Communication. Only communication? What else? Yes? Yes, it helps to learn. What else? What are the functions saying? Why do we need language? So this is what is meant by function. Why do we need language?
To have a training.
You need, exactly. Very good answer. If we don't have a language, as human beings, we cannot function.
Yes.
Even if we are not so sociable and we don't want to communicate. Even if you are alone, you need language. Sometimes you speak to yourself.
Yes.
You write to yourself.
Yes.
So we need language to live. So language is part of being human. It is what makes us, what distinguishes us from animals. It's the fact that we can speak. We use it all the time. So this is the function of language. Now what is it? What is it? Words. Yes, it consists of words.
Meaning.
It's a group of words. Yes.
It's a sentence. It's character.
So how do we call them? Words, sentence, sounds, all of this. So we are saying words, vocabulary, everything. So they are not just random collection of letters, sounds, words, sentences. It is a system.
System of communication.
Yes. So to start the definition of language, you can say that it is a system of rules, of fixed rules. Good. Is it just a system? And then we continue. It's a system of rules, yes, with the purpose of communication, interacting, communicating your ideas, your desires, your needs, to express yourself, etc. Okay? So in order to understand what language is, we will analyze different definitions from major linguists, from most famous linguists, and how their definitions reflect a different perspective. So each linguist has a different perspective. One linguist will focus on communication, one will focus on another aspect. We will see the difference between those definitions. Okay? So before that, you write the title. What is language? Violet. What is lecture 1? What is language? Have you read the title? Good. So now, you write the introduction. Language is the most frequently used, used and highly developed, most frequently used and highly developed form of human communication. Okay, most frequently used and highly developed form of human communication. Full stop. Whatever, capitalize W, whatever else people may do. Is it your first session today?
Yes.
Is it the last one?
No.
Not the last. Whatever else people may do, when they come together, you put a dash. Whether they play, fight, or make automobiles, whether they are playing, whether children are playing, whether adults are fighting, or whether they are making or make automobiles, it's to show that in any activity, even if it's not related to language at all, you are, I don't know, in manufacturing, or you always need language. It's present everywhere. Or make automobiles, dash, you put another dash, they talk. So whatever you are doing, you are talking or writing or communication is always present. They talk. Yes. Full stop. We live in a world of words. So the first word with L at the end, and the second one, words. We live in a world of words. Then you write full stop. Language. Language. More than any. Language. More than any other attribute. Language. More than any other attribute.
What does attribute mean?
A characteristic. More than any other attribute, WT, comma, distinguishes humans, distinguishes what makes humans distinct from animals. Yes. Distinguishes humans from animals. Full stop. To understand our humanity, comma, we must what? To understand our humanity? We are using it. We must understand. To understand our humanity, we must understand the language that makes us human. We must understand the language that makes us human.
That makes
us human. We go to the line. The following statements about language come from classic works. By well-known linguists. Yes, linguists. So this lesson is linked to the lesson of next week, which will be the properties or the characteristics of language. So how are we going to know what are the properties or the characteristics of human language? It is by analyzing the definitions of famous linguists. So in these definitions we will study, try to highlight the keywords, tell what are the keywords, and in what way they relate to the features or properties of language. Okay? So you write with me and non-instinctive. Of course, you don't have to learn these definitions by heart. Okay? It's just about analyzing them, not rote learning. So Edward Sapir said, language is a purely human and non-instinctive method of communicating. Communicating what? Ideas. Emotions. And desires. By means of voluntarily produced symbols. Produced symbols. So now let's analyze this first definition.
Yes. Non-instinctive.
Very important keyword. Non-instinctive. What do we mean by non-instinctive?
ماهيش غريزية.
Sorry?
غير غير فطري.
What do we mean by yes, very good.
You need to understand.
You don't born with it.
He doesn't speak.
Yes.
If it was instinctive, just like he can now, for example, drink milk and cry, this is instinctive. But for language, he should spend 2 years or 3 years learning it to acquire it. So it's not something that, for example, animals, they have their own language. You know that? They have a very simple language. Their language is instinctive. Why is it instinctive in animals? Because it's used just they are born with it. And why do they use it? Do they use it to communicate ideas?
No, to live.
Why? Just to survive. Yes. To survive or to get food, to, for example, if there is a danger, they tell one another. If, I don't know, if they want to mate, they will, yes, they will find the right techniques to attract one another. So it's just to survive, to maintain their species. It's not instinctive here. It is conscious. It is learned or it is conscious. Yes. So conscious. Is it always conscious in humans? Is it always not instinctive? No. Would you tell me when you use language it's not conscious? You use sometimes language instinctively as human beings.
Baby.
When you cry, yes, crying is not really language. We are not using words. Crying is something instinctive. I mean language, using your voice, using words, yes. And you are not conscious. Yes? Yes, exactly. So there is a slight weakness in this definition because language is not always unconscious. Sometimes you talk in your sleep. Sometimes it's embarrassing. They hear what you are talking, and the brother or sister hears what you are talking, here you are not conscious. And you don't want to do it. It's an act that you wish you didn't do, but you still do it. Or when, I don't know, when you are scared sometimes, or yes, or if someone pinches you suddenly, or if you become suddenly very angry, sometimes you say things unconsciously. say something and you wish you didn't.
Yes.
That's all. So there are very many cases in which it is unconscious. Then method of course, communicating ideas, emotions, and desires. These are keywords. By means of voluntarily produced system symbols. So voluntarily means the same idea. Like with this idea, it's conscious. Okay? So it's related to this idea. Produced symbols. Yes. So what is language? In the end, it is a series of symbols, group of symbols. Yes, very good. So let's write a short comment about this. We have here a short comment about this statement. So you write, according to this statement, yes, you go to another line after the line in the keywords. No, not yet. We will first write a short comment about this first statement, and then we move to the
According to this
So according to
statement.
this statement, according to this statement, comma, language is unique to humans. So this is the first one, comma, and it is produced consciously. It is unique to humans, comma, and it is produced consciously. It is unique to humans, comma, and it is produced consciously to express consciously. C-O is written, just add the L1. Consciously. To express thoughts. To express thoughts, your thinking, and feelings. To express thoughts and feelings through symbols. Through symbols that we have learned. Through symbols that we have learned. Comma, not inherited. That we have learned, not inherited. We can say learn, it's even better to say acquired, because it does not formally
Inherited.
acquired. It's possible acquisition, not learn. For second language learners, it is learn. So learn, not inherit. Now move to the second definition. You are definition. Now, log and trade, according to log and trading. And you need also to learn the dates in this module. It's not easy. The dates are not easy. Trigger, block, CH, and trigger. So this is how they define language. No. No need to. If you memorize it, it won't help example, usually the students are asked true or false to identify true or false statements and to justify the false one. But they are phrased in a very different way from what is written in the handout. So the way sentences are formulated is different. You need to focus to understand the meaning of sentences. So it's all about understanding, analyzing. Of course, there is a little bit of memorizing of keywords in the study the properties of language.
to memorize the
No, the definition is no need. No need at all. You just need to memorize the keywords that we extracted from them, and we will study those keywords next week in the properties. So you don't need to memorize anything. So the second one, a language is a system. I've been teaching this module for several years and I haven't learned those definitions. It's not it's just definitions. You understand them. No need to learn them by heart. So we have a language is a system. Of arbitrary vocals or arbitrary vocals. Sorry, arbitrary. We'll explain. Vocal symbols. By means of which a social group cooperates. A social group cooperates. The second definition. So here, could you tell me what are the keywords I should underline?
System of
Excellent. Yes, these are the keywords. Okay, system will explain what is a system. It's an organization. Okay, it's not a hammer. It's not just a random body which you put whatever you want. It's a system and rules that are studied, that have been studied for years. And then arbitrary. This is I think the only thing that is new in this. Do you have an idea about what is meant by arbitrary? Sorry? What do you mean by antibiotic?
اصطلاحية
words they don't really
عشوائية.
read through their meanings. For example, a group of people agreeing for something to name something this way and they name it this way.
Okay, so arbitrary. Yes. Arbitrary means when you have, for example, a tree. Okay? The tree, when I say tree, you imagine something green and brown and you see the picture. But there is no reason for calling it a tree. Okay? There is no logical relationship between what it represents, what the concept represents, and what this sound or the way it's written, tree. In another language, it's shajara. In another language, it's owl. Do they relate? It's just like this. It's like that the community agreed that this is the symbol to be given to each concept. There isn't a natural relationship or logical relationship. For example, when I give you the form of a language you don't know, it's impossible to guess the meaning. Who knows how we say tree in another language? I don't speak another language. Arbo, it's related. You can guess in French, but if it's in Russian or in anything else, you cannot tell. So we will talk about this in more detail next week. Okay? It is one of the properties of language, and we will arbitrary, then vocal. Here, what are vocal? Sound. Local trader focused on speech. For them, language is speech. They ignored right written. Okay, so I told you, linguistics, modern linguistics gives priority saw it in the previous definition. So it's all about signs and symbols. And here, a social group, for example, they cooperated to assign names to each concept. So they do not only communicate for the sake of communicating, but they work together. Okay, so we use language to work. Here we are working and we are using language. So we cooperate through language. Is it clear? Yes. So after writing this definition, let's write a short summary about it. Have you written the definition? Yes. So we write after it. In this definition, a focus is on the systematic. The focus is on the systematic nature, the systematic system, and you add ATIC. The systematic nature of language. It means the organized or the structured nature of language, or rule governed. It is governed by the nature of language. Nature. Systematic nature of language. You put a dash. It follows specific rules. Full stop. Specific rules. Full stop. Besides, language is limited to speech. I mean, in this definition, language is limited to speech. To speech, and it is made of symbols. It is made of symbols which have interpretations. Interpretations, it means those symbols are interpreted by arbitrary means random, by arbitrary relationship. Meaning there is no natural link. There is no natural link between the concept, the idea in your mind, the concept. There is no natural link between the concept and its vocalic symbol. Vocalic or written, the same. Vocalic symbol. Have you understood the concept and
Yes.
vocalic symbol? Full stop. Finally, still about the last one, social group. Finally, language is a social product. Language is a social product which enables not only communication, but also what is written in the definition. Not only communication, but also cooperation. by means of habitually used oral auditory arbitrary symbols. Oral auditory arbitrary symbols. Who would like to do with me the analysis of the quote? So we have a decision. You communicate it distributed in all interact. Yes, actually. You notice that there's always a focus on speaking and listening, not arbitrary again. And symbols again. So what is new? Most of them are arbitrary. So institution is an organization. People agree that such concept is named this way. These are the rules. So this is the institution. Agreement, yes. It's an agreement. And here, habitually, this shows that this quote follows the behavioristic view. Okay? So do you have an idea of what behaviorism is? Yes, behaviorism. As a school of thought. Yes. Okay, so here what we mean by habitually use all of the symbol is that language is learned through habit. It's not because you have a capacity in your mind to learn because you are intelligent. God provided you with a device in your mind to acquire or to learn any language you want to learn. From this perspective, no, it is just a matter of imitation and habit formation.
We get used to it. We get used to it.
Yes, we get used to it. Through habit formation, through stimulus response. So what do we mean by behaviorism? Do you know the experience of Pavlov? Pavlov experience.
You know that use it to learn better to use it.
Do you know the experience in which there was a dog and he was hearing a sound? Whenever he heard the bell, the sound of the bell ringing, whenever he hears it, he was given a food. Okay? So after doing this several times, it's a very famous experience. After doing this several times, if he hears the bell, even if there is no food, he starts salivating. Yes. So he knows that experience of the dog. The dog, yes, I told you, the dog. Yes. So this gives more emphasis to this theory of behaviorism, like it views humans as if they are a little bit like animals, not exactly, but as if they do not have, they do not give much importance to their creative abilities, to their brain, to their mind. So they focus just on stimulus response. So the baby, he hears his parents talking, he hears the word, for example, milk, and he sees milk. So he makes the association, and he will start, because he is motivated by hunger, he would say the word, he will try to say it, and he will see the response. So if he sees there is a reward and he would get it, he will say it again. If he says something wrong and he sees the reaction is negative, he will change the behavior, he will change the word himself. So this is what is meant by behaviorism in very simple terms. You will see it later. So this definition is from the behavioristic perspective because of the word habitual. And we will see in the next definition, it's totally the opposite. It focuses more on our innate mental abilities that allow us to learn any language. It's not just the exposition that matters. Exposition, of course, matters. If you are not exposed, you are not going to learn. But the behavioristic approach focuses too much on habit formation and on imitation, stimulus response, etc. So this is what is new in this school. After underlining, you write. This definition also reflects the arbitrary nature of symbols in a language. The arbitrary nature of symbols in a language. Full stop. The difference emerges from the word. Emerges from the word habitually. The difference emerges from the word habitually, which carries, it's written habitually. You put it between inverted commas, which carries the behavioristic. I will write it. Behavioristic, which carries the behavioristic perspective, which carries a behavioristic perspective. Perspective of view. Full stop. It is the belief. That language is a set of stimulus stimulate, like the dog was stimulated by the stimulus dash response. Is this a set of stimulus response? Stimulus dash response patterns. Dash response after stimulus dash response. No, don't write dash. Did you write dash? No, it's the dash. Yes, it's not slash. It says hyphen. Response patterns double T. And it is a process of habit formation. And it is a process of habit formation. Habit formation. Full stop. This approach to the nature of human language, this approach to the nature of human language was opposed, of human language, was opposed by Noam. You know him? Noam. It's a proper noun. Noam who? Who knows him? Not a family? Very famous. Chomsky. You know Chomsky? Yes. So he opposed this behavioristic view. Noam Chomsky. It's a Chomsky. Noam Chomsky. He's a Jew. But he's not a Jew like the other Jews. He's more logical. He's still alive. He's very old, still alive. Yes. He's not just interested in linguistics. He's interested also in politics. He writes a lot of articles. You can search him on YouTube. He has very interesting talks. So for Noam Chomsky, we cannot simplify the use of language or the acquisition of language just to a habit formation. Okay? So babies are not just imitating blindly. Do you have, I don't know, in your family, a young baby or
Yes.
brother or sister or cousin? Don't you notice that sometimes they make mistakes?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, for sure they make mistakes. You said sure. So how come they make mistakes when they didn't hear those mistakes? How come? They are just imitating. No? If it was just habit and imitation, they wouldn't make mistakes. They would imitate exactly what they hear. Do you have examples of those mistakes? Who has a funny example of mistakes that baby or not even baby, children or toddlers, 4 years, 5 years, yes?
Sometimes they generalize the rules.
Very
rules. For example, when they try to make the verb in the past form, for example, for the irregular verbs, for example, they don't say go.
Exactly.
They don't say when, they say go.
Exactly, yes. So a baby was heard saying, he goat. Did he hear his mom or dad saying he goat? Impossible. No parent would make such a mistake. But he still did it. What does it mean? Does it mean that he's silly, the baby? It's the opposite. It means that he understood, it means that he's smart, and he understood that to express the past, we add ed, just to know that there are irregular verbs.
Yes.
Do you have other examples like this? That show that in which mistakes are proof that the baby is learning actually the language. The deep structure of the language is learning. It is not just imitating the language. Don't you have more examples like this? So Chomsky, according to Chomsky, the most important part of learning a language is here. It's not just what is observable. It's not just imitation. It's our innate ability to create, to be creative, and to internalize the rules of language. So we move to the last definition, which is the one of Chomsky. Is there a platform open or not? Yes. I will call you first. Outside of my yes. Okay, I will call you. Is it group one?
Yes.
Shema, I bet Shema. Yes. Are you good? What's your name? It's very Absolutely. Sorry, 8 أسلوب كسر. Yes. أمارة هذا. أميومة. شيمة. شيمة. شوفة بقول. ريد الحسن. نوما بأمري. منذر. منذر بالنخوش. وصال. رؤيا. هويان. إسراء تسليم. أبسط. بالملكة أيوة. حليمة. هدى. إيمان زيان. رانيا أبو عبيد. هادي الإنتاج. أمينة مسنة. حفيدة غفران. أيوب مفناو. رانيا أبو الأسد. بلقيس شغل. بلقيس. أحسنت. ونسان صار. وطولنا إيناس. وزيدي نبيل. أنجلية صالح. So how are things going so far, our guys? Would you go yourself?
system.
What are these? No teacher.
Yes.
Yes, this is very important because it helps you to organize yourself. What is difficult about studying exam? Taking notes, where how to study. At home or here? Yes.
For example, grammar, we don't know.
Especially with calculus.
Yes.
So is it a problem of taking notes because in high school you were used to have everything written on the board? Is it a problem? Lectures? If this is it, once the platform is open, you have the handouts. So the classroom time will be devoted more for discussions. And if you need anything written to as a support, we have normally the lectures, yes, displayed, posted on them. And at home, you just revise each lesson that you summarize lessons. And nowadays you have the help of artificial intelligence that simplifies everything. You are very lucky. No time of practice. If you don't understand anything, you can ask. Yes. So what's the issue? Now we move. It's the last definition, okay? And we are done. Definition of Noam Chomsky. According to Chomsky, what did he say? Language is a set of finite or infinite sentences. Each finite in length and constructed out of a finite set of elements. So I will give you 2 minutes or 3 to reflect on this quote. You tell me, each one give me your own interpretation of it. You write it first, and then you reflect on it. What's your attitude? Are you ready to analyze the quote? Have you understood the quote? No, not really. You think about it. Language is a set of finite or infinite sentences, each finite in length and constructed out of a finite set of elements. Yes, is it the term that is confusing? Finite?
Yes.
Finite, it means it's limited. Infinite, infinite. Okay? Unlimited. Like numbers. Numbers are infinite.
Yes.
So here is making the contrast between what are the things that are finite in the language that are limited, means they have a beginning and they have an end, and what is infinite, means there's no end. Melanie, hi.
Yes.
And as I told you, it is opposed to the previous quote. How do you have a previous quote, which is about the behavioristic approach? Chomsky is against the behaviorism, have information, and imitation. He is against limiting language only to this. Okay? So according to this, how can you interpret this quote? You can try, even if it's wrong, it's okay. I'm going to share. Just try. Yes, try please. Yes, take your time.
I think
Yes, what's your name?
Rokhaya.
Yes, okay.
I think infinite words have infinite words.
And what?
Infinite words has infinite words.
Finite and infinite?
Infinite.
So what is finite and what is infinite? Yes, what's your name?
Malika.
Yes, ma'am.
Language is a collection of finite and infinite sentences
that helps us to speak and communicate with each other.
So what is exactly finite and what is exactly infinite? Yes?
The sentence is finance, but the meaning is finance.
What about you? Sarah, we have another question? Really? Okay, so if we said language, you said totally at the beginning of the session, it is sounds, words, sentences, words, okay? And we said that it's a collection of this, but not in a random way, it's a system, okay? So in this system, what is finite and what is infinite? What is limited? What has a specific number? Examples? Yes. Sounds. The most obvious limited thing is sound or the alphabet. The alphabet has 26 in each language. If we count all the languages, it's more than 30, 35. Okay, sounds or so this is clearly finite. Okay. You said also words. Words also we have a huge number of words,
But
they are
it's
finite.
finite.
They are finite. The dictionary has a beginning and an end. Even if new words are added whenever we have a new generation, and for example, the verb to Google has been added as a verb. Okay, so new words are added, but it's still limited. It's huge, but it's limited.
Countable.
Countable, exactly. What else do we have? We have sounds, we have words, we have thoughts. Thoughts can they be counted? Yes, thoughts are infinite. It limits the way you think. It's unlimited, yes. What else? The rules. Are they finite or infinite? We said that they are not finite. Yes, rules are finite. There's a huge number of rules, but they are finite, and the way we combine words is limited. We cannot just combine them as we wish. So the sounds are finite, the words are finite, the rules are finite. Yes. 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 So what makes the infinite idea here? Since most of what we are saying is infinite. What we are saying is finite. What is infinite? The way how we speak. Thoughts. We said thoughts are infinite.